The 21st century is a century of nanomaterials. About 60 years ago, Richard Feynman, in his famous lecture, "There's plenty of room at the bottom," professed that if we can arrange things on a very small scale, we can create new material properties. And this is a revolution. And one of the beneficiaries of this revolution is the science of photonics. Photonics is another enabling technology of the 21st century. Here at Southampton University, at the Optoelectronics Research Centre in the United Kingdom, we are having a major research effort in the field of nanomaterials for photonics. One of the major problems of the modern society is that energy required to support telecommunication and internet is growing every year. And we have to do something about that. And these new materials, which we call metamaterials, structured on sub-wavelength scale, using various technologies, can help develop devices and systems which consume considerably less energy than current solutions. At the Center for Photonic Metamaterials at Southampton University, we have a broad research program exploring a range of technologies for developing nanostructured materials with optical properties on demand. One of our research directions is to create so-called reconfigurable metamaterials, where elements of the metamaterial structure, individual metamolecules, can be moved to create new optical properties.
The basic idea behind reconfigurable metamaterials is that by rearranging materials on the nanoscale, you can dramatically influence the way they interact with light. And this allows us to tune, switch and modulate the optical properties of artificial metamaterials. So we start with a membrane that is about 1,000 times thinner than a human hair and cover it with an equally thin layer of a plasmonic metal, such as gold. And then we cut it into strings, which can be moved by heat or electricity or magnets or even light. This will lead to all sorts of applications, such as 3D holographic displays and novel components that can be programmed to provide functions of lenses, gratings and tunable spectral filters.
We can also control optical properties of materials by arranging a way they are illuminated with light. And this represents an interesting opportunity to develop new switching solutions.
Coherent Control enables us to switch the optical properties of materials on and off with high contrast, at extremely high frequencies and at ultimately low single photon energy levels. In the light field formed by two coherent beams, a material of nanoscale thickness can be positioned so that it either experiences an enhanced electromagnetic field or no field. So we can choose or indeed change the level to which optical properties such as absorption, optical activity for example, are expressed. This provides us with a range of new ways to control light with light. And it's the metamaterial paradigm here that opens up a whole world of possibilities, because it allows for the creation of ultra-thin, freestanding materials with properties that are simply not attainable in any other way.
Research is very international now. And for instance, we are working in very close collaboration with the Center for Disruptive Photonic Technologies at the Nanyang Technological University in Singapore.
The research now has become very global. And with the internet, with the ease of communication between different parts of the world, it's become very, very easy. You can carry out complementary research at two different locations. You double the impact without doubling the money. And the most important thing is to do a strategic planning to coordinate the research in the two places and communicate frequently.
Here at CDPT we focus on engaging quantum properties of matter to engineer new functional metamaterials. For example, here we work on a new generation of plasma-atomic metamaterials, where atomic gases infiltrate a nanostructure. Such systems promise a new platform for ultra-low energy devices for controlling light with light. Another experiment we do is to look at interaction of single photons or ultra-short light pulses of only few cycles of light wave oscillations with metamaterials in order to probe the speed and energy limits at which meta devices can be used in optical data processing. We have demonstrated optical switching of coherent beams at single photon power level and 100 terahertz bandwidth.
In my view, in years to come, metamaterials will become a major enabling technology for photonics. And I'm very proud that at Southampton University and the Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, we represent a major international research effort in this direction.